case study on the Hyloxalus Azureiventris. It was found initially by Gneller and Henle in 1985. It is also known as the sky blue poison dart frog or the sky blue poison frog. It can be distinguished from other related species by several characteristics, such as the presence of yellow or orange color on the dorsal stripes, the back legs with blue, green, or yellow reticulated patterns, and the lack of webbing between the toes. This medium-sized frog attains a size of 27 millimeters and dabbles in the terrestrial and freshwater systems. The population is very low, and although it hasn't been calculated, it is also decreasing. It is being reviewed by the Global Amphibian Assessment Coordinating Team. Its habitat is lowland primary tropical forests, and eggs are laid under leaf litter, and the larvae are transported to small streams. This frog is incredibly shy in the wild, preferring rock piles in small caves to open areas. While juveniles can sometimes be seen in the leaf litter, adults are rarely seen. Its niche is being insectivores as well as herbivores, meaning that they eat small plants and bugs. In terms of the distribution, this species is known only from the vicinity of the type locality of Tarapoto, Yurimaguas Road, and on 700 meters in San Martin Department, Peru. It is presumed to have a restricted distribution. It is only native to Peru, and the population is not significantly fragmented. There are a couple of factors that have caused its decline. It was listed as an endangered species because of its extent of occurrence is less than 5,000 kilometers squared. All individuals are in fewer than 5 locations, and there is continuing decline in the extent and quality of its habitat. This species have a small range and is therefore at risk of habitat loss through deforestation. Population sizes estimates are extremely difficult because adults are almost never encountered, though tadpoles are commonly found, suggesting that adult scarcity is a function of shyness and not rarity. Nothing is known about its adaptability to modified habitats, meaning that we cannot predict what will happen if we take it to a new habitat. The major threat to the species in general is habitat loss resulting from various human activities. Local people use the area for recreation, and there are lots of settlements with agricultural development in lower areas. The species has been recorded in trade. Specimens presumably originated from illegal collection by tourists, although they may have been captively bred. Some other pressures that are caused by humans are general habitat and alteration loss, habitat modification from deforestation or logging-related activities, intensified agriculture or grazing, urbanization, and finally, intentional mortality, which means over-harvesting, pet trade, or even collecting. There are only a few conservation efforts. The main one was made by Inca Terra. They state that the Amazon forests are incredibly fragile, and for their conservation, it requires the participation of the private sector, as was demonstrated by the Albergue Cusco Amazónico, now named Palma Real SAC, which established the first reserve ecologic that's private in all of Peru, which has posteriorly been replicated by many other NGOs around the country. In the year 1975, the company initiated the commercial activities in Tambopata with the implementation of the Albergue Turístico Cusco Amazónico, now named Inca Terra Reserva Amazónica. Since then, they promote the investigation through science and conservation of biodiversity in the Amazonic ecosystems. In 1979, the Peruvian government gave 10,000 hectares, located 15 kilometers from Puerto Maldonado and a margin to the left of river Bajo Madre de Diopor, for a period of 10 years. This area was denominated Reserva Ecológica Privada Cusco Amazónico, or REPCA. the same that had the objective of maintaining biodiversity with ecological processes in the ambit. This would be done through investigation, conservation, and, of course, tourism. In 2004, the government gave a concession of ecotourism to Reserva Ecológica Incaterra, with an area of 10,000 hectares for a period of 40 years. In this time, it must generate new products for ecotourism to fertilize Madre de Dios as a destination that's important for the Amazon, and also implement mechanisms that can contribute to the quality of the locals through benefits generated by the ecotourism activity. It is mainly important to save the habitat of this animal, the Hyloxalus Azureiventris, because it is an important part of the food web, being that they are both prey and predators, and regulate populations of other animals, and act and dispersers and polarizers for plants.